so much for joining me. I'm really excited to share your exciting news. Please tell everybody watching what's happening soon.
Yes, well, I'm about to launch a SEN seminar for parents of families with special educational needs. It's about SEN law, EHC plans, and tribunal appeals. So I'm inviting all parents and also professionals who are working with families as well to come and be empowered and informed.
Wonderful. This is exciting because being able to go to an event where you are and get to listen to you share all your amazing knowledge, wisdom and expertise from coming from working for the local authority and understanding how these EHC plans actually work is very, very paramount for parents. What is an EHC plan?
Well, an EHC plan, in the more simplest terms, it's a legal document, and what it simply does is identify a child's special needs, and very importantly, it talks about and secures the kind of support that's required to meet that child's needs, whether it's a certain level of therapy, certain level of TA support, and ultimately having the right school. So it's really about having the right package of support for your SEN child, and it's a completely legally secure document, and by law local authorities and schools have to deliver that.
Right, so it's a legal document. Would that be kind of the reason why it's so difficult for a lot of parents to get their child one?
Yes, I mean, one of the things I'll be covering in this seminar is about very common experiences that parents request for an EHC assessment and they're turned down, but it's quite easily can be challenged through a tribunal appeal, and the majority of those kinds of cases the local authority does concede and the assessment goes ahead. So one of the things I'm going to be talking about is about exactly that kind of situation. How do you get an EHC plan? How do you obtain it? What happens when you're refused an EHC plan? Do you just accept it, or is there a way of actually challenging it? So I'll be looking at the EHC assessment, also about securing an EHC plan, because there's some families they get the assessment and then they're turned down for the plan. So it's it's kind of a battle all the way for parents. So these are some of the contents I will be covering.
If you're a parent and you know your child needs more support at school, but you've been turned down for an assessment, and let's say for instance you're a parent number one, you've asked for the assessment, you've been turned down, they can come to your event. Or you're parent number two, they've asked for the assessment, they've got the assessment, and then they've been turned down for the EHC plan. They can come to your event. What about if you a parent, you've got the assessment, you've got the EHC plan, but then the school is not following the EHC plan. They're not following the things in this legal document. Would it be good to come and find out how they can challenge that?
I mean, yeah, definitely. I mean, for example, anything that's agreed in the EHC plan, by law, it has to be delivered, and that's the beauty of the EHC plan. Once it's in there, there's an obligation and a duty on the school and ultimately local authority to make sure that support is being delivered. Otherwise, that can be legally challenged. Other things I'll be looking at is, when the child, the type of school. I mean, at the moment, there's been a lot of SEN families. They've been issued. They've been told about their secondary school, and lots of families aren't happy with the choice of school. So that can be challenged again through a tribunal appeal. So if you're not happy with the school the local authority has given you, you're not happy with the level of therapy, all these things will be covered. It's ultimately about securing the right provision that's needed to meet the child's needs. And as I say, unfortunately, we're living in a climate where more and more parents are having to appeal, they're having to challenge, they're having to dispute the local authority, and it's a very, very exhausting process. But as I've always say in nearly probably a lot of my videos, knowledge is power, and having that knowledge, having that information can actually give you an advantage in helping your child. It's the 26th of March, Thursday, and it's going to be at 10 o'clock. So it's in Balham Baptist Church. There's very close to Balham train station and the tube station, so it's a very easy venue to get to. I think parents will be arriving there from 9:30 for registration. So Thursday, 26th of March. That's parents are booking, professionals are booking. So please do go ahead, secure your place. There should hopefully there should be a link with this video, Eventbrite, and if you just click on that link, that will just take you straight to the Eventbrite website, and you'll be able to book your tickets there.
Why do you feel the need to do one of these events?
I mean, I speak to parents every day, And very often, it's often the same questions that are coming up about, I've been refused an EHC plan, the school aren't meeting my needs, or the local authority hasn't named the school of my choice. These are daily struggles that families face, and I'm quite passionate about bringing this one event together and answering all these questions as best as I can. So I think that parents need the information, and I've seen it in my own experience time and time again, having the right information, securing the right provision for your child. It is actually, and I don't exaggerate, it is really life-changing for a child. Once you've secured the right school, the right provision, it makes a complete difference. So I'm really passionate about making sure that parents are equipped and empowered to actually secure the right provision for their child.
Wonderful. And how long will the event be going on for?
Well, we're booked for 10 o'clock till 1 o'clock. So it'll be a half-day event. There will be breaks. And I'm hoping also to book some time where parents can actually kind of speak to me on a one-to-one basis. So hopefully there'll be a time for a bit of sort of one-to-one surgery. And I know there'll be parents who want to speak to me about a specific case. So I'm going to make myself as available as much as I can. Support families.
That is wonderful. That is fantastic. So to come along, how much does it cost to come, get a half day of knowledge, and then have the opportunity to maybe chat with you and get a little bit of one-to-one advice if there's time? How much would that be? Well,
to be honest, these kinds of events by other providers are very, very expensive, but I've tried to make it as affordable as possible. So parents will have to pay about 20 to 25, about £25. That includes the booking fee, and that will give you a half a day event of all this very valuable knowledge. To be really honest, the kind of information I'm giving, the kind of legal advice I'm giving, parents and families will be paying lots of money, to be honest. It's very expensive to pay a solicitor or barrister to get this information, but I've actually made it very affordable and accessible to as many families as possible.
I think that's amazing, because I know myself, whenever I've been looking at legal fees and support, we're talking about £300-400, and it can keep rising. And sometimes that's just to have a phone call and to send over some papers. So I think what you're doing is fantastic. I think it's about time, because people really need to hear what you have to say so they can use it, so they can create a really safe place and the right setting and the right environment for their children. So parents, anyone watching this, and you're a parent and you have these struggles, stop complaining about it and get yourself to Balham and find out what you can do so you can take control, so that you can actually take this information and use it to support your child and yourself. I get it, it's exhausting being a parent trying to fight for your children, but this is one of those things where if you go to this event, I personally recommend Sunil, as somebody who knows what he's talking about and can help, go to his event and learn as much as you can. And maybe you might even meet some like-minded parents who are fighting and climbing that uphill battle with you. Thank you so much for doing this.
Forward to seeing you on the 26th.
26th. I'll be there on the 26th.